All of Bronny's points, all of his stats, garbage time. That wasn't a real game.
Damn.
That was not a real game.
Crash out.
So I think people are just happy to see somebody that seems to have been a good kid, someone who has seems to have been
That's not what
humble
this is about.
throughout this.
I'm so
ahead.
tired of hearing that.
Cook 'em.
There's a
Cook 'em, bro.
ton of good kids who can't play. Stop with that. He's a good kid. There's a ton. There's a lot of guys who led their
Wait,
school.
and nobody
What does
said there
that
has to be a
mean?
limit. Nobody said there had to be a limit on
he's
good
a good
kids.
kid, as if that means that you should be on the basketball team if you're a good kid. You know how many kids were good kids who got cut? Because they couldn't play.
Rob Parker goes off on Bronny James. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments. Here we go.
I'm trying to really put my thoughts together
Just
because
relax,
once again, people have overreacted. Who in the world trumpets a 17-point performance in a 29-point loss where the game was never really in doubt with all the injuries and whatnot? Seriously. I mean, really? That's the game. I remember when he was in Philadelphia and they gave him some extended minutes and he looked like a fish out of water. You remember that game?
Exactly.
And where was LeBron James?
Nowhere to be
Talking
found.
about leave the kid alone. Where was that tweet about the mean media? Oh, it was okay that all the talking heads on TV this morning were big up in Bronny now.
Of course, you know LeBron ain't gonna keep that same energy. You can't have it both ways. Do you want people to talk about your son, or do you want people to say only great things about your son, Bronny? Yeah, you gotta kind of separate being a parent and then, you know, being a professional. People have to be able to critique every player. That's just what it is in media. Yeah, you're gonna have your highs and lows. 1 minute you'll be the superhero, next minute you'll be the villain as far as the criticism from the media heads. So again, Bron, I know, you know, he likes to play the narrative game, play the media game, and he's with Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, and he can do that. He controls the media. He controls Draymond Green, Nick Wright, and a lot of people within the media, so I get it. He has a lot of allegiances, so his voice is going to be much louder than the average voice. So again, you know, LeBron James, he's cool. He's partying up, popping bottles. Bronny scored 17 points, which is great for Bronny and his confidence, but again, LeBron ain't keeping that same energy with the media.
I thought you wanted everybody to leave him alone so that the kid can develop and just play.
It ain't happening.
Oh, today was good because it was positive.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, did you see my boy? Did you see the kid? You see what he was able to do? I told you he could play. There's a difference. All of Bronny's points, all of his stats, garbage time. That wasn't a real game.
Damn.
That was not a real game.
Crash out.
If he did that in Philadelphia earlier this year when they put him in extended minutes, you'd get my attention.
And that's what I want to see with Bronny. Do this versus Tyrese Maxey. Do this versus a team to where, yeah, they have great bench players, they have great starters, and you're playing significant minutes, not just garbage minutes or, you know, you have that, you know, it is what it is attitude. We're probably not going to win this game, but I'm just going to go out there and just, you know, jack a lot of shots up. Again, good confidence boost if you're Bronny to even play that decent on the NBA floor. So I give him his props. But again, I just want the people to chill out, relax, and really think about if Bronny James played consistently, how would it look on a night to night? Yeah, he's going to have these anomaly games to where he's going to play this good. The G League, you know, he's running things right now. I give him that too. Playing great in the G League, but I want to see that G League play transfer over to the NBA in real minutes, not just the garbage minutes.
I don't value this at all. I don't.
I already knew this was
There's a difference between games, meaningful. That's why there's that called garbage minutes. Why do we come up with that? Kelvin, any points are good. You play basketball, right? No. We know there's garbage time. In baseball, we call it the mop-up, right? When the game's out of hand and you put people in, oh, yeah, he had mop-up duty. He pitched 4 innings of mop-up. That means there was a mess there. There was nothing there. There was no game. I'm sorry. People going crazy and wigging out over Bronny. I didn't see any value in it other than the kid got to play because there was nobody else to play, and the game was never in doubt, and he played. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was a win-win game if you're Bronny. The Lakers, too, they knew they weren't going to win that game. Luka's out, LeBron's out. A lot of the starters didn't play. The Bucks, they didn't really take them serious, even though probably some of their players played. Only seen that one play with Bronny versus Giannis, and he tried to get him off that dribble, but still, other than that, there was really no significance to this game. But just as a confidence boost, I get it. Great for Bronny. He needs more minutes like this. Me, I'm all about Bronny playing a lot. It makes my job as a content creator much easier being able to, cover some of these games that Bronny's playing. No one really cares about the G League, even though that's good for Bronny. But again, do that on the NBA floor, and I think you're going to get a lot more people's respect. But again, as long as Bronny's happy and playing good, I guess that's all that matters, right?
That's it. That's all I took from it.
This is where you're, in my opinion, I don't think you're missing it. It's not that
missing,
people
bro?
are like, oh, Bronny has 17. He's the greatest player of all time. What they're seeing is confidence. What they're seeing is development. What they're seeing is him get to his spots. What they're seeing is him shooting shots that he didn't want to shoot in Philadelphia. He didn't want to shoot in other times. He is starting to develop. And that's all you can ask for from any rookie or young player is development. And there should not be people reading into it too much as if all of a sudden he is a first tier rookie in the league and he needs to be rookie of the year candidate. No, I think people are celebrating him because they have somebody they literally have seen their entire lives.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, and I was about to cook him, but he made some points there. You're just looking to get the confidence of Bronny up. He's been talking about confidence the whole time, and that may be his issue. There may be something there, but if you don't have the confidence, you really got nothing there when you're an NBA player. I done seen a lot of NBA ballers on the court at your local basketball court, but you put them in an NBA game, they may freeze up like Bronny. So, again, Bronny isn't the worst player ever. He just isn't NBA ready. But again, people want to see Bronny win so much. Yeah, this is a win for all the Bronny fans. That whole fan base is cheering, popping bottles and, doing backflips, rubbing honey and all that type of crazy stuff. That's what they like to see with Bronny. But again, he should have did this in Philly versus Tyrese Maxey, versus Oubre, versus, players that are actually in the league playing consistently. NBA players, not just, bench players that maybe came from the G League. Bronny's showing that he can compete on a G League level, but he has a lot more work to do to compete consistently on the NBA floor.
A lot of these players come in 16, 17, 18. Okay, now they're in the league. We literally have seen him his entire life. And so I think a lot of people are just celebrating a kid they've seen grow up. Not necessarily saying, oh, look at him now, he's rookie of the year. I think that's overblown, Rob. Nobody's saying that. I think what people are saying was, wow, look at Bronny out here playing with some confidence. Look at Bronny out here getting the spots. Look at Bronny. Ooh, nice left-hand label, little body on him, little and one. Okay, and that's what I think you saw.
Yeah, technically that's what we saw, but we know the media outrage is going to be, oh my gosh, Bronny James, and comparing them to Kobe Bryant as a rookie. Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to stop this, man. Yeah, I do my trolling stuff, but let it be known you're trolling. People are actually serious about this type of stuff. So I think that's where Rob Parker's coming from. Yeah, if this was a G League game or just a whatever and didn't really have anything surrounding Bronny, LeBron, the confrontation with Stephen A., I don't think anyone would really be, talking about this. Okay, cool, he scored 17 points. But sometimes you got to kind of shut down people. That's what Rob Parker's doing. But the other dude, he's team LeBron, he's team Bronny. So he's going to have a different angle, and I respect it. Everybody got to have their opinions.
So because guess what could happen tomorrow if he played? He could have 6 points and he goes, 3 for 12. Like that's very much a possibility. He did not turn the corner. He's not all of a sudden a top 2-3 rookie in the league right now. But what people saw and were excited about was to see growth, see development, see confidence, and again seeing it from somebody that they've seen his entire life. And I've always said this to you about this conversation. I think more people are either like him or indifferent than they are dislike him. Absolutely, there are people who dislike him or just tired of the whole James family.
I'm not tired of the James family, and I don't dislike Bronny, but I just want to let it be known, if someone plays good, I'm gonna say you play good. If someone play like trash, I'm gonna be like they play like trash. Will I make jokes? Will I troll? Of course, that's just life. Everybody does it, but still, I don't got any hate towards the family of LeBron James and Bronny and everybody, but I'm gonna keep it real. My issue is in the media, you can't keep it real with Bronny. You can't critique him. You can't say anything bad about LeBron or you look like the bad guy. That's been my only issue.
Without a doubt. But I think more people are either just, oh, yeah, all right, Bronny, whatever. Or they're like, oh, go ahead, Bronny. I see you, young man. So I think people are just happy to see somebody that seems to have been a good kid, someone who has seems to have been
That's not what this
humble
is
throughout
about.
this.
I'm
Go
so
ahead.
tired of hearing that.
Cook 'em.
There's a
Cook 'em, bro.
ton of good kids who can't play. Stop with that. He's a good kid. There's a ton. There's a lot of guys who led their
Wait,
school.
and nobody
What does
said there
that
has to be a
mean?
limit. Nobody said there had to be a limit on
he's
good
a good
kids.
kid, as if that means that you should be on the basketball team if you're a good kid. You know how many kids were good kids who got cut because they couldn't play?
I was one of those kids. I ain't make my varsity team. I was a great kid growing up and a great man right now, but hey, I'm not in the NBA. I didn't have a father that was LeBron James or had power within sports, to get me on the team. But let's just be real. He's a good kid, but he's LeBron James' kid. If this was any other kid that was a great kid like Bronny, they wouldn't have a chance to play in the NBA with the actual skill set that Bronny has currently. If someone really wanted to play in the NBA and was similar in play and size as Bronny, will they be in the league right now? So yeah, Bronny seems like a great kid. Seems like he's doing everything right, staying out the way, no legal issues. So shout out to him for being a good civilian, but that doesn't mean you have to be on the NBA floor. That doesn't mean you have the right to play basketball just because you're a great kid. Shout out to him. Hopefully he keeps it up and continues to be a great kid and a great man, but he's only in the NBA because of LeBron James.
That's what we're talking about.
So is a conversation now you're saying he shouldn't be on the court? What are you saying?
Because I don't think he should be with the Lakers. No, I don't. I really don't. I think he should be with the South Bay, whatever they are, the South Bay Lakers.
I told you I would have loved for him to spend the year in the D-League.
And
I said
last
that.
night with all the points, he was minus 36. Plus minus. That's not meaningful basketball. When he played,
Rob.
it wasn't doing anything. And that was second worst. Believe it or not, somebody was even worse than that at minus 37. All I'm saying to you is to
Rob,
make it
listen
as
to the
if he
starting
turned
lineup.
some corner. He didn't do anything.
Rob.
Yeah, that's just what it is. Rob Parker, he got to keep it real. I don't agree with everything Rob says, but he's on point when it comes to these LeBron and Bronny topics. And he's one of the people in media that's a main figure that's not muzzled by Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, and LeBron. He can give his honest opinion. He may change at times. He may go overboard. He may troll, but he's been keeping it real when it comes to Bronny. And again, shout out to Bronny. Keep playing great. Keep getting minutes on the NBA floor. But for people to be like he turned the corner and he's an NBA-ready player, nah, he played against below competition for the most part. He had some run against some starters, but let's be real. It was a win-win game for the Lakers. Let's get Bronny some minutes, and if we win the game, cool. But if Bronny plays good, that's a win for him and the organization and for LeBron James. So again, people got to chill. Let Bronny ball out, and let's see if he continues this when he gets another 30 minutes in an NBA game. But I want to see it against NBA competition, not bench players or G League players. It is what it is, man, but we'll see what happens moving forward with Bronny James.